Greetings. It is I again, the Maple Warlock. Yes, the Maple Warlock. And, I don't know why I'm getting a lot of frame drop right now. Good news, everyone! I have a couple sweet things to talk about. Firstly, I'm going to get to the fire station here in a minute. I'm just here at Charleston train station trying to sell off some of my junk because, can you believe it, I was all that overweight and now I've only got 30 pounds to go and I'll actually be able to sprint again. I'm really excited. I've discovered it's mostly I was carrying a pharmacy's worth of chems, because if I stop also using traveling pharmacy now, I've sold off as many as I could and dumped the rest into my stash box after I freed up some space in my stash box, getting rid of some junk and all that fun stuff. Anyway, if I had dropped that perk, I'm still go from about the 255 that I'm at back up to about 360, where I'm still carrying way too many chems, mostly stim packs and Radaway, but that's fine. I am making some pretty good progress on shifting my build from marksman to heavy gunner. Whoop. Other than the other day, I run into a little mishap where I'm not sure if I accidentally dropped it or somebody stole it, but I lost my 50 right out of my inventory, and I had to make another one, which is fine. I have the plans. I can make them all day, but yeah, I'm presently still using this thing. I switched the, I guess since the last video, there's a lot of stuff that's switched. Oh, Jesus. I don't know why my frames are getting so bad here right now. Usually it's, sometimes the recorder makes the frames go funny, sometimes it doesn't. I don't change anything. But yeah, I switched my combat rifle. I put the recon scope on it and switched it back from automatic because it was eating the rounds too fast. I couldn't find 45s faster than I was putting them out. And since I started making rounds for the 50, I am always running out of steel now. It was lead at first, but now I never have steel, which is great because since steel's everywhere, I wasn't grabbing it for the longest time, and now I have an excuse to grab steel again, so that's cool. Oh, ramble, ramble, ramble. What else? Oh, my power supply came. So, oh, why is this being so buggy? So my power supply came. So hopefully once I get this video recorded, if it ever records, because it's being really weird right now, I can get that switched into my rig, and then I can get the new card in, and then hopefully this mess will no longer be an issue, because I'll have, I won't say proper equipment, but at least better equipment. Well, looks like a bunch of mutants fighting with the Snallygaster. Are we going to mess with the Snallygaster? No. I'm hidden again. We're out of here. Boy, I can go play Lucky Mucker again. Whoop, I don't know if we're going to walk all the way out to walk all the way out to Camden Park just to do that, but oh, leaders. Ran out of plasmas earlier. Oh, super sledge. Might as well take it. Break it down. Break it down. Yeah, that it records well, but anything serious, no. I'll be so much happier once I get the new card in. Hopefully it works. And then we'll have a derp. Then maybe I'll have some pretty graphics. Not that I care about the graphics that much. Am I going the wrong way? Oh, Maple. Giving my wandering nature, it's no wonder that I also have no sense of direction. Oh, some other changes since the last one. I found the ritual bindings, as I noticed some other people had pictures of them, and I didn't realize, well, I assumed there was probably an outfit that went with the mask, but I didn't know where or what it was, so I may have cheated a little and looked on Google. If you can consider that cheating. I didn't, it's not like I used an exploit or anything. I just asked Google once I seen somebody call them ritual bindings, so I asked Google where to find them. It pointed me to the Mothman's, basement. And then once I got to the basement, I went and grabbed them. And I'd been there before, and somebody else must have been there ahead of me, because I didn't see them. And that was the second time I was there. The first time I was there, I didn't have a high enough lockpick to get in. So when I went back the second time, somebody else had already opened the door. So I didn't see them again. So I didn't understand. I didn't even assume they were there until I went back and asked Google. And Google said, yeah, no, they should be right there. And then I lucked in, and when I went back, they were indeed there. But given my overweight nature all the time, that means I had to actually walk all the way there from probably the other side of the map, because I have a tendency to go up to I don't know if I should be telling this to everybody, because this is kind of my little routine. I go to the Sons of Dane to look for power armor pieces for my set so that it's max level, and because also there's a set that spawns right across the road at the ammo depot that it's sometimes max level. But the Sons of Dane is a fun one because it has a level 3 lock to get into it, so it often gets left because not everybody that shows up there is going to have level 3 lockpick to get in. What's another place I go that nobody ever seems to go? We're procrastinating so hard right here now. And I bet that robot's going to give me a whole bunch of stuff to do. Oh wow, I'm actually under 100 bobby pins again. A whole bunch of stuff I don't need. So much stuff I don't need. Oh, springs I need. I'm kind of annoyed I didn't turn the recorder on the other day. I logged in just to do some house cleaning, and when I logged out, I had left myself. I went up to Mount Blair to get a picture for my last title. So I just logged out there and went to bed that night when I was done. And the next morning when I logged in, didn't Scorch Beast spawn right over my head. And I had just enough time to jump in my power armor before he started attacking me. He just danced around over my head for a few, long friggin' time and was being a total nuisance. And then I only managed to take maybe a 10th of his health down while he was flying around, 15th maybe. Very little bit of his health off the end of his bar, and then he landed, and I was able to actually keep the 50 on him for sustained fire, and he didn't take off again. That thing definitely wrecked the crap out of him once he landed. Okay, so I know I gotta go down there because that's where the marker is, but we're gonna go. I'm sure the vendor bot here probably has no caps, but we're going to make sure he's got no caps. Yeah, he's got no caps. Does he have anything of interest, though? Nothing I don't already know how to make. He's got ballistic fiber, but at least the vendors all seem to generally always have ballistic fiber, but I don't have enough stuff. Oh, God. Do I want to sell to buy? Because he's not going to give me that much. The cap ratio thing of, I buy something for 300, but then he only gets, 20 in his stash is weird. I also get why they do that, so you can't really just game the robots and wind up with absorbing sums of caps. But for a fellow like me that wouldn't pull that kind of maneuver, he just wishes the vendors would buy all of his crap so I can get it out of my inventory. I mean, I'd dump it in a box if I knew other players would be able to come grab it, but they can't. It'll probably disappear by anti-scorch tactics by the time they come along. Hey, Dr. Claire. I hope by now that I've made one point crystal clear. The Scorched are lethal. They are nothing less than an existential threat. If we cannot find a way to defeat them, or at the very least contain them, there's no reason to think they won't spread far and wide, transforming or destroying everything in their path. We don't know nearly enough about the Scorched to develop real tactics. What we know so far mostly amounts to common sense approaches for dealing with any deadly predator. I'll summarize these points below. If you're unfortunate enough to encounter a Scorch Beast, likely because it has decided to hunt you, do everything in your power to keep away from it. If you've got a gun and you can find an enclosed space to fire from, that's ideal. Scorch Beasts are too big to fit into small spaces. Well, now I know that. Remember that Scorch Beasts emit strong radiation. That, coupled with their powerful bite, should compel you to keep your distance at all costs. If you've got no other choice, you should at least consider using some Rad-X before you engage the creature at close range. Scorched humans are savage and deadly. While their ability to speak is limited, don't think they're mindless. They retain enough intelligence and memory to use guns and other weapons, and they're hostile to just about everything that they perceive as a potential threat. Fight the Scorched as you would a raider, albeit one with a deadly plague, or of vital importance is keeping your distance to minimize the risk of infection. Stay in cover when you can, but give ground when you need to. Do not let them get close. I know that's not much to go on. There's still so much we don't know about these creatures. Hopefully it'll help at least a little. Oh yes, Dr. Claire. Your help is always appreciated. So here we go. I guess we're going to Fire Breathers Training Program. Knowledge Exam. Welcome to the Fire Breathers Training Program. You're here because we believe you have the stones to survive in the ash heap, and more importantly, to help us stop these scorched things from taking it over. This system will walk you through 3 exams designed to prepare you for what's to come, starting with the knowledge exam below. Be sure to review your unit-issued study materials before starting. Good luck. Wait, what study materials? Sure. Question 1. The tunnel you're traversing has begun filling up with a strange gas and you're without your breathing apparatus. What do? Light a match to find the source of the leak. Nope. Get above the gas and wait until it dissipates. Evacuate as quickly as possible. Yes? While traversing a smoke-filled building, your breathing apparatus has failed. Which of the following will serve as the best replacement? A magazine or newspaper. A water-soaked rag. Cover your face in plastic wrap. Cover your face in plastic wrap. I'm going to say water-soaked rag. One of your fellow fire breathers has been burned. The area is painful to the touch, but no blisters are forming. You've applied a cool compress. What's the next thing you should do? Gently bind the burn with clean bandages. Coat the burn in dirt. Tie a tourniquet above the wound. No. Dirt would cool it off, wouldn't it? Or would that just compound the heat? I know putting the tourniquet would probably not be a... Gently bind the burn with clean bandages. While exploring a collapsed mine, your team leader flashes their safety light quickly 3 times. What does this mean? Advance further into the mine. Halt in place. One of your squad mates has caught a case of sludge lung. Which of the following sets of ingredients, when cooked together, can be used as a cure? 1 part dirty water, 2 fire caps, and 2 snaptails, and a cram. Scotch, cigar, and steaks. I like that one. Purified water, ash rose, blight, and soot flower. It's probably that one. You've stumbled upon a band of scorched, diseased people brandishing clubs. Which of the following is the only acceptable method of engaging them? Charge in and disable them with police batons. Fall back and engage from a distance with firearms. Sneak up and silently slit their throats. You've captured a scorched, infected man who you recognize as a childhood friend. What do? Convince your friend to join the response. Bring him back to the station for questioning. End his life as mercifully as possible. Do you wish to submit your answers for processing? Sure. How'd I do? I got 5 out of 7. Cool. You're not ready to join the fire breathers. Please review your study materials and try again. Okay. What study materials? Where did I get... Where we were supposed to get study materials? Where's the study materials? Or are they just these pages that are laying around? It must be the pages laying around. A safety guide courtesy of the worker protection team of Gairhan Mining Company. Do you like breathing? Of course, we all do. But the hazards of the modern mine can get the best of us. This short pamphlet will walk you through the various situations you may find yourself in during your time in the mine. This is probably what I got wrong. So, find yourself in a smoky space with no breathing apparatus? Don't despair. Grab the nearest rag or cloth, dunk it in some water, and cover your mouth. Then, I got that right. Dealing with water, just like Loopy Uncle Larry at the family barbecue. Whenever water make an appearance inside a mine, things can get out of control fast. If you find water is improperly draining during extraction of or water seems to be coming from places it shouldn't, it is your responsibility to report it to your supervisor immediately. Dealing with gas. Knock, knock. Who's there? A mysterious gas from inside the mine. A mysterious gas from... Oh no, you're dead. Mine gases are no joke. If you or your monoxide detector smell something fishy while working underground, get out immediately. Immediate evacuation of the space should be your only response. Okay. So now I know the answer to that one, because that was probably one of the ones I got wrong. Okay. Optional. Search the station for knowledge exam. Study materials. So that must have been another one because it mentioned getting away from the scorched. Somebody stole my sweet roll. Is there more study materials around? I thought I seen another one here somewhere and I just ignored it and ran by. I can't believe there's no guys in here. Usually there's mutants and stuff in here. Yeah, maybe there's study materials behind this locked gate. No dice. It was in here maybe? I could have sworn I seen another page somewhere. Oh well. Guess not. I thought it was in here or something. Going to avoid that copyright strike. Alright, I said I'm going to avoid it, not go underneath it from the bottom. Shush. Always need plastic. It's like, man, I've run out of like the weirdest materials. Plastic and steel, like who... I wouldn't have thought back when I had way too much plastic and steel that I'd have a problem not having enough plastic and steel. Okay, so evacuate as quickly as possible. Yep, while traversing a smoke-filled water-soaked rag. Oh crap. Okay, so it wasn't gently bind. Or well, no, I only got... So I wonder what 2 I got wrong. I'm going to say gently bind again. And if it's still wrong, then we're going to know. Maybe it's probably this one too that I got, or this one. We're going to find out. We're going to do some of them the same and some of them different. Yes, process. What do we get this time? Congratulations, you got 7 of 7 questions correct. You passed. Initializing physical exam. Physical exam site found. Please proceed to the designated examination site. Hooray! So now where do we go to the physical? Is it back in Charleston? Charleston, no, complete physical exam. Yeah, it's back in Charleston. Yeah, there it is. Mine signaling quick reference. 1 long flash, 1 can proceed forward. 2 long flashes, halt in place. 1 long flash, 1 quick flash, 1 long flash, retreat immediately. Repeating flashes, danger. It's like, well, still didn't answer that right. I'm not going to argue with it. So I tell this big story about how awesome it was taking down the Scorch Beast in a matter of seconds using the 50, and I'm not even carrying it now. So I really hope I don't run into a Scorch Beast, because I'm sure if I have to fight him with the combat sniper rifle here, it's going to be a heck of a fight. As you can see, it's not doing much against this diseased Snallygaster. Let's nope, stay down there. Yeah, you didn't like that. I'm glad I found the cop using a Nuka on one of these videos. The Nuka grenade is why I decided to start focusing more on my grenade skills. So I've got a few of them so far. Oh, suffering from Snottier. Sweet. What does Snottier do? -2 perception. Eh. There's still somebody else shooting at me. Give me those sweet bottle caps. Can't get enough of those bottle caps. Yeah, you think you're hiding up there? I'm not. I'm not getting sneak attack bonuses right now, and I don't know why. I haven't been getting one here for the last little while since I switched my gear around again. Oh, there he is. Yeah, wait out there in the water so I won't be able to loot you. Perfect. And we better eat some stuffs. And I'm carrying way too much preserved water again. Funny story there. I managed to get my preserved water down quite a bit, and then doing the weekly challenge to build 10 food stores or water. So I built all 10 water purifiers in one workshop out at Monaga. Linked them all together. So then before I left, because I just basically built a ridiculous workshop to hit all the key points and then just get rid of it. Oh, hello. So then when I was done and looted it, I wound up with I wound up with 20 more purified water that I really didn't need, but I didn't want to just leave it either because I wanted to get at least my 30 caps worth of stuff done. This is why I switched back to this thing from the 50 because the 50 is kind of overkill for these super mutants since they're only level 5s. So I'm gonna make sure nobody here gonna shoot me while I'm using the terminal. No one's gonna shoot me while I'm at the terminal, right guys? Right, you guys? I don't hear or see anybody. Oh crap. Oh, there it is. Wow, I don't know how you're supposed to pick shots using that, whatever that perk's called, the one that actually lets you target body parts and bats. Is he up here? Oh yeah. Hey buddy. Can I test on you? No, I can't see you enough to actually.
Alright, settle down, recruits. I know it looks hard, but the course ain't no hell for a climber. Just follow the arrows, keep your head on a swivel. Once you get down a piece, you see the capital. Give that button a whack and follow the course back on over here.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to run.
Stupidest thing we ever do on it.
What was that? You got something to say, you spit it out.
When the exam begins.
I just don't see why we gotta go running through all that muck.
Now you listen to me before I smack both eyes into one. My husband is somewhere down in that muck. So's your father, and her gran, and their sisters. We spent weeks crawling through that muck, pulling people out. Thousands of people died in the Christmas flood. More still were never found, drowned, or buried alive. We pulled people out of there for a full year, so you showed some respect. You got anything else to say?
No, ma'am.
What was that?
No, ma'am.
Good. All right, fire breathers, get out there and run that course like your friends' lives depend on it.
Just wanted to let that play out. I didn't want to try to read this thing over it. So attention fire breather applicants. When the exam begins, you're to hit the buttons in order A through B, then return to the start to finalize your time, going B to A. And if you haven't registered for your exam yet, head on up to the Charleston Fire Department and check in with the captain on duty, which will be me in all likelihood if I'm still breathing. Melody Larkin, goal time, 3 minutes or less. Initiate the physical exam.
Examination will begin in 15 seconds.
1.
Exam initiated. Activate initial checkpoint.
What the heck? Oh shit. Oh, I didn't mean to cuss. What? So I can just drop down here then. But I'm all messed up now. Where am I supposed to be going? I can't get back up there. Or are you supposed to try to jump across? Well, we figured this one out. I know it would help with this if I put Gunrunner back on and find a pistol. Because then I move faster. So do I have to wait for the timer to reset now? Anyway, doesn't matter. We're gonna see if we can't just find the end of it, and then have to, and then I might have to come around and do this again once we know the actual path. Oh crap! Ow! So yeah, you can't just jump, and now I know that. Okay, so then it must circle you back around the long way. So you just run down the street. You don't have to actually come back through this whole mess. So you push that button, and you run this way. I should have waited for my EP to regen. This ladder, down, around, and maybe it'd help if I go take the right way. This I don't think's the right way. No, we're gonna get sidetracked for a second. Wait. Haha! For only having no luck. I'm really lucky sometimes. A whole lot in here of use. Okay, so I'm gonna figure out the route here. That way I can run it faster. So the arrows are here. Okay, and then it says to go here. And then here, drop down. Like, there's a mark there. What is that mark for? It doesn't look like there's anything there. Unless there's like, is there a bridge that's supposed to be here that didn't load or something? Because then arrow pointing down. Okay, we're gonna get ballsy and just jump. Ow. Oh, and then are these supposed to be are these still the arrows? These must still be the arrows. So wait, so then that one says to go, just keep going this way. But then I don't see, oh, all right, come on. And then we must loop back around. I may have to shut the recorder off to actually do this because man, my thing is getting janky. Okay. I think we have a better idea now, but we're going to. Oh. Hey, buddy. T-posing. Got my sneak attack back that time. Oh my god, that's infuriating. Yeah, one thing, I switched from using the reflex dot sight because I got used to using the circle one on my shotgun and on the Voices set, so I didn't like the dot because it was kind of narrower than what the spread on this thing actually is, so it's, I don't know, I just didn't like it. It was small, and it was hard to look at. So I switched to this one because I didn't want to switch to a long scope. I still wanted just a short scope, but then when I made this thing a sniper rifle, because I put this recon scope on it, like, I don't mind this, but it's hard when guys are close. It like almost zooms it more than I want, and also when you're just trying to hip fire, you've got that big ugly white thing stuck up, and you're like, yeah, the big scope's like in your face, like it takes up a lot of screen, and I'm like constantly missing guys that they're there in the blind spot on the other side of the gun, and I just don't see them standing there until like they'll be hitting me and I'll be wondering where it's coming from. It's like, yeah, right there, bud. Okay, so let's try this again.
Exam initiated. Activate initial checkpoint. Checkpoint activated.
Sweet, now it's gonna get dark. That'll make this so much easier. And here's one, do you really have to follow the course? Like, is it gonna tell you you're off course if you try to run just straight to the other button if you know where it is and push it? And then run straight back. I suppose it would get confusing because, oh, come on. I got time for your nonsense, Snallygaster. And the game's not gonna have time. Doesn't have time for your nonsense either. Here, stay back there. Oh my god, that's infuriating. Why is it doing that so much? I haven't changed anything about your settings. Aggravating. So aggravating. Snallygasters. Now I'm running the wrong way. Now I'm out of AP. Oh. I may have to lose my weight before I can do this. Like, come on, I still got like a minute. Where's the button? Like, I don't know. Go look at my other recordings. Is it always this bad? I don't remember gagging this bad before. Maybe it knows. It's like, yeah, I know. You got another power supply. You're going to switch in a better graphics card. So I'm going to just absolutely murder your final recording with the old setup just to drive home the point of what a garbage setup this really was. Though it's not. It's actually a pretty good setup. It's a budget setup. Not going to deny that. But ain't nothing wrong with that. I never seen a second button. Activate the checkpoint and return before the time runs out. Yeah, whoa. I've never seen a second button. Okay, so wait, where the heck's the second button? Well, now there's not going to be a Snallygaster in my way. How about we go find... I'm going to find a pistol first. There's got to be a just pipe pistol around here somewhere. He's got a short hunting rifle. That's not considered a pistol, though. Maybe if I grab more junk to get more weighed down?
Baker Pool! Wait, please, just a moment of your time. Just what I need. I'm sorry, I don't have time right now, Miss Carter. Are we still looking for Governor Evans? Is it true that Holbrook is the acting governor? No. The line of succession clearly states that the speaker outranks the majority whip. Look, I don't have time for... Is it true that a mob of zombies attacked the southwestern checkpoint?
Oh, nice. There's a single action. Cool.
Foolish. No. It was people affected by the radiation. There's
No,
a parcel of
not
them
now.
over in the medical center. Poor souls.
And
Has there been any word from Washington yet, ma'am?
drop
Are we
that.
still at
And
war?
let's put
What
on,
about the
where is it,
mutations
Gunrunner?
and the reports of the people seeing the Mothman? Okay, that's enough. The Herald used to be an upstanding paper, and y'all are fixing to turn it into a rag.
And
This is a
now
closed session.
I can move quicker.
Marshal, see that our friend finds her way out.
Let's try this again.
Mothman. Freely.
You heard her. Closed session.
Examination will begin in 15 seconds. Exam initiated. Activate initial checkpoint.
I pushed it. Did it not? Oh, yep, there it goes. So now where's the second checkpoint? It's over. Okay. I must have run by it. Or got off track there when I got fighting with the Snallygaster. So I guess that answers my question. It does kind of track you through this thing. So if you don't go the right way, then you don't go the right way. So you gotta go the right way. I can't just run straight over to it, probably. Now there's other players out here, so I say that's maybe what's starting to frig with my thing, because my network's... But this isn't network related, because if I turn up my... If I turn off the recorder, all this stops. Because I can, even my webcam in the corner I can see is lagging right now. Nothing's ever easy. Come on, it's right there.
Checkpoint activated. Return to start.
Like, yeah, it's pretty bad that, like, when it jiggles like that, my AP is able to refresh fast enough that it, like, it's depleting while I'm running, but it's not depleting that fast. What frig, we might actually do this. I'm glad I found that revolver, so I can run faster. Oh, come on. And then this is when we hit a glitch or something that it just fails every time I try to come in and complete this. Oh, come on.
Congratulations, applicant. Please access terminal to initiate final examination briefing.
This terminal? Final exam, initiate physical exam.
Greetings, applicant. This is Melody Larkin, Fire Breathers Captain. Congratulations on your progress thus far. Until recently, we'd now be moving you on to our final exam. A nice, easy run through an active mind burn.
Go back to Belching
But
Betty.
these
Cool.
days, we got bigger fish to fry. The scorched creatures have been pouring through Big Bend Tunnel. Someone has to stop them. And the fire breathers are the only ones with the tools and the know-how to get it done. So, for your final exam, you'll be running a course hooked up by our very own Lieutenant Matty. Get you up to speed on dealing with the scorched. Head on over to the Belching Betty shaft when you're ready. Our handler bot Bernie will get you oriented. Come back alive and human. You're in.
Okay. I forget I'm still carrying a whole bunch of 44 rounds. I meant to go to Flatwoods or find somewhere that there's a lot of players I could dump them so somebody can take my big stash of 44s. Because I made myself a single action that I carry it when I'm using the minigun just so I can have another ranged weapon that's not the minigun or the 50 cal. Because popping these level 1s when they're just up on a balcony and it's annoying to chase them down. Oh, no, keep using that thing. Oh my god, game! It's only level 10 too, so yeah, even better. Yeah. But I've been getting right into that. It's like my hardcore one is like sweet because I can just one-shot these guys, but it still has that whole like, yeah, the reloading seems so slow. The reloading seems so slow, except once you realize you can like shoot between the reloads, like as soon as he puts a shell in, you can just cap it off. So you can just keep sticking one in and shooting it and sticking one in and shooting it. So yeah, it's a fun gun for my style of like take a shot and reload and take a shot and reload. Anyway, Belching Betty might be episode 2. Or might be the next. That might be the first episode for Monday. Once I get the power supply in, we're gonna go head to Belching Betty and do the final exam. Because I'm not sure how long I've been recording at this point, but I know it's been a while, so I probably have enough for the episode with the frigging up. Oh, and this just glitchiness is starting to get on my nerves. So, anyways, guys, this is gonna be it for this video. I wish I could have got a little bit more done, but this is getting aggravating, and I'm antsy to tear into the my power supply sitting like right over here, just waiting. Got cables out, just crawling across the floor, trying to climb into the tower all by itself. Like, no, get down, get down. Anyway, so I'm gonna have to shut this off and edit and upload, and then get him situated, and hopefully we'll have a much prettier, less laggy experience next time, because I don't know what happened to this. I don't know why my recording stuff's acting so buggy right now again. I didn't think there was Windows updates this time. That's what killed it last time. But anyway, I am actually making my way to Betty, so we may... No, that place is pretty long as hell. So anyway, yeah. This is, I've been the Maple Warlock, as the real Maple Warlock. If you, enjoyed my epic content, please like and subscribe. If you didn't, feel free to leave a dislike or comment. Let me know, because it's a cheap ploy that YouTube really doesn't care if I get likes or dislikes. They just like the engagement. So engage away, fellow humans, and we will... oh, robos. And yeah, I will see you on Monday, hopefully with a improved memory card with an improved video card. and lots of pretty graphics to show for it. Cheers. Oh, there's no minigun here today.